Welcome to episode 1 of No-Stalgia, a series of videos where I talk a bit about classic video games that I'm just now getting around to playing through and giving you my thoughts. I'm Patrick, and to start the series, I'll be talking about Super Metroid for the Super Nintendo. Now, I have fond memories of staring into the greenish blackness of an original Game Boy and playing Metroid 2 Samus Returns. While I had an NES as well, the original Metroid was an obtuse, frustrating slog for my 8-year-old mind, and the opinion of my 38-year-old mind has not changed. But I'll address that later. As I aged and the bit wars entered their 16-bit cycle, I got a Sega Genesis, so Super Metroid passed me by on its release, and it wasn't until years later that I had an opportunity to play through it. I was in college, I think, and at the time the slow-paced, atmospheric opening hours didn't appeal to my freewheeling, lightning-speed FPS tastes. I would find some missiles, hit a few dead ends, get lost, and repeat, so I ended up putting it down. I don't know that I ever even made it to the first mini-boss. Now I have Switch Online. I saw it sitting in the SNES Virtual Console and decided, you know what? I'm going to try again. I don't remember it being bad, just a little boring. I'll give it another shot. Not only is it not boring, it's fantastic! I'm sure a great many of you just rolled your eyes and went, well, yeah, no dud, dummy. My hope here is that there are a few people out there who are new to gaming and want recommendations with more than just a blurb on a list, or who want to rediscover an old favorite, or who, like me, want to see what older games are still worth playing and why. The twisting and sprawling corridors of Zebes are a joy to navigate for most of the adventure, but there were one or two spots that once the game opened up after the initial tour of Zebes tutorial section, I had no clue where to go next. Not being able to see the map in its entirety was a bit of a hindrance once the adventure had me running back and forth around the epically sized world. It only shows you the map of the area you're currently in, so I got the power. The power of the internet. A few hints to point me in the right direction later, and I was dropping deeper and deeper into the space pirate base. While not perfect, having the map is one of the things that sets Super Metroid apart from its predecessors. The original Metroid contained no map at all, and in a game so massive and with so much backtracking, it makes a difficult game nigh impossible without a subscription to Nintendo Power. Metroid 2 didn't have a map either, but it was cleverly designed to be a linear experience that had contained sections for exploration and power accumulation. The entire game is cut into chunks that players can find power-ups and slay Metroids and backtrack within, but with little need to return to once finished. Then along comes Super Metroid with not only a map, but map rooms that show you areas you can explore, but not all the areas. So, the developers learned from Metroid 2 and broke Super Metroid into smaller pieces. It's ingenious level design. Through gameplay and a one-way round trip through the main areas of the game, then back to the start, Super Metroid teaches players everything they need to know and gives them the necessary power-ups to explore in detail the areas that they could only wonder at the first time through. I was blown away more than once at the art design for the game. The bosses are detailed, and while not always fun to fight, I think it fits in with the theme of the game. Samus is more of an explorer than a fighter. When there's a weapon upgrade, I didn't think, awesome, now I can kill these enemies. I thought, awesome, now I can see what's over here. That said, she packs a fun weapons kit, and there was more than one boss that was intensely satisfying to defeat. The level and set designs are all distinct, so it was easy to tell what area I was in, even if a bit lost within that area. And it's through the environments that the bulk of the game's story is told. There's a lengthy text crawl at the beginning of the game, but after that, the story is told without words. Super Metroid is a game that lets you fill in your own story, while at the same time telling one of a lone bounty hunter on a rescue mission. At this point, I'm about to spoil the end of Super Metroid, so if you haven't played it yet and you don't want the end ruined, go play it now. I'll wait. Anyway, as I was exploring Zebes to find her charge and stop the space pirates, I had plenty of time to put together the reasons for the pirates choosing this place as a base. The ruins of an ancient advanced civilization dot the landscape, and the main pirate base lies at the heart of it. Since the last time Samus visited, the pirates have burrowed further into the planet and uncovered deadlier technology from a bygone era. A ship has crashed into the planet and the wreckage is full of specters and specimens. Go space pirates! By the time Samus has defeated the leader of the pirates and descended into the depths of the planet to recover the last Metroid, it has grown to gargantuan proportions. Turns out the pirates succeeded in their experiment from Metroid 1 and enhanced the MacGuffin. I mean Metroid. Turns out the little tyke remembers Samus and decides to spare her. Then turns on its tormentor, the true malice behind the space pirates. Mother Brain. I love how she comes in all, "Get away from her, you bitch!" With the planet about to blow, I raced through the crumbling heart of Zebes and out to the surface just in the nick of time, not stopping to save the animals, first because I didn't know about them, and second because, are they really saved? Zebes explodes, so they're dead. Probably. Maybe they can survive in vacuum, or find another ship and fly it away. You know, sure. Let's go with that. Oh! There it is. Okay, so it's time to talk about something that improved drastically over the life of the Metroid games, and I think that's one of the key factors as to why these games spawned a genre, the Metroidvania. It's a fundamental part of any side-scrolling platformer, and it had been kicking me in the face the whole time I tried to put my finger on what made these games special. It's not the fun of exploration, or distinct and intelligent level design, not the power-ups or weapon enhancements that help you traverse the teeming bowels of Zebes in engaging ways. It's something more basic. It's watching Samus explore those levels. It's her run cycles. The original Metroid looks like Samus is a newborn being controlled by an exceptional quap player. It's as hilarious as the game is frustrating. Ugh, look at this. You only start with your health at 30% and the range on Samus's little apricot launcher couldn't win her a lunchroom food fight. Ugh. Metroid. Then, in Samus Returns, her run is slightly better, as if her trek through Zebes gave her enough practice at running to provide some semblance of normalcy. Unfortunately, on the Game Boy, you could hardly tell. Then, finally, in Super Metroid, she runs like an actual person, with a fluid gait, tight controls, and extra moves that can be done before the game shows them to you, if you know how they work. The Shine Spark is easy, but even with these angry little buggers showing me that I could wall jump, it took a good 30 minutes of practice to get the finicky rhythm of it down. Mostly, though, controlling Super Samus is a blast. Pew, pew, pew! So, why is the run cycle the reason we have Metroidvanias, you may be asking? Well, a few short years after Super Metroid came out, Castlevania Symphony of the Night was released, adding the Vania to Metroidvania. Look at this! In comes Alucard, and holy crap, look at that! He's a freaking ninja vampire! Zoom! Whoosh! What? Oh my god, so cool! Every move is accompanied by his afterimage as he wafts from room to room, and BAM! Birth of a genre. But Symphony of the Night will have to be my topic for next time. So until then, I'd love to hear your thoughts on Super Metroid and its prequels. Let me know what you think, or if you've never played them, I highly recommend Super Metroid. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay sound.